Hi, I'm Eric Voss, and Star Wars Episode 8 The Last Jedi has ended production with tons of new photos and a trailer coming any day now, hopefully. And Mark Hamill recently shared this interesting tease about the film, warning us to avoid the 1981 comic called The Last Jedi, which he called spoiler-laden. Now, it's possible that Hamill was just joking here. I mean, he is a bit of a joker. Like, he also recently tweeted that a new Last Jedi trailer would air during the October 9th Monday Night Football game, just to delete the tweet and lament that no one gets his jokes. But since I already totally read this obscure non-canon comic from the 80s, I can say, without spoiling anything, that there could be some interesting clues that connect to some things that we might see in The Last Jedi in a more thematic sense. Now, don't freak out. I don't think we have to worry about any serious bombshells that Hamill's tweet implied. These are more possible character influences and general story directions that could take some form in the movie. But if you want to avoid any guesswork or speculation, yes, possible spoiler warning in this video. Okay, I should start by saying that the exact context specifics of the comic version of The Last Jedi can't possibly be the same as the movie The Last Jedi. The comic is no longer considered official Star Wars canon. So I'm gonna quickly sum up the plot of it. The story of comic issue number 49 takes place right after the events of A New Hope. Luke, Leia, R2, and 3PO respond to a distress call on a remote jungle planet, rescuing Prince Denid of the planet Velmor. He has to return to his planet so that his brother, Anod, doesn't try to claim the throne and change the planet's allegiance to the Empire. Now, Denid has a friend named Jedediah. Yeah. Jedediah has brain damage from the crash landing on this planet. All he remembers is that he once had the chance to go through training to become a true Jedi Knight, but he never did. Still, he was force sensitive enough to predict the political coup that would try to oust Denid. Luke and Leia end up returning them to Velmor, and they get into all kinds of trouble, ending with Jedediah saving Luke by jumping in front of a blaster bolt. Political order is restored, with Denid ruling Velmor in support of the Rebel Alliance, and Luke departs with Jedediah's body so that he can bury him at space. Now, obviously, this doesn't at all sound like the plot of The Last Jedi film. None of the trailer footage or set photos or plot descriptions from the cast and crew suggest that Luke or Leia or anyone else might get involved with a power struggle or a line of succession on a random planet as it faces pressure to support an evil governing body. Also, we kind of already saw that in a Star Wars movie. So yeah, I think it's very possible that Hamill was just kidding around saying, hey, look at this old comic with the same name as the movie that clearly has nothing to do with the story. It could ruin everything. And sure, if The Last Jedi comic really was connected to the story, I don't think Disney/Lucasfilm would let Hamill keep this tweet up or use the comic's title for the movie. However, I do think that the character of Jedediah, despite having a pretty goofy name, is pretty interesting and could actually be an inspiration for things that we see in the movie. So let's dive into theory time here. Let's revisit Luke's expression when Rey approaches him at the end of The Force Awakens. Does that look like the face of a Jedi Master who fully understands what's going on? No, he looks at least a little confused. And listen to what he's saying now in The Last Jedi.
It's time for the Jedi to end.
Yes, sure, he could be suggesting that the ancient Jedi traditions are obsolete and no longer serve the galaxy as they used to, so that it's time for them to end. Or another way of reading this is that Luke doesn't totally have his wits about him, perhaps because he, like Jedediah, suffered brain damage that has left him with memory loss. That's right, Luke Skywalker might have amnesia. This could have been caused by physical injury after a confrontation with Kylo Ren when their relationship fell apart, or perhaps the result of emotional trauma, like Luke's failures were so catastrophic and painful that he blocked out core memories from his life. All those tales that Rey knows about Luke's life story and his importance to the galaxy could be a complete mystery to Luke, leaving Rey and us frustrated as we still seek answers about her origin, and setting up a potentially interesting dynamic as Rey shares with Luke whatever bits and pieces she knows about his story, while Luke shares with Rey whatever bits and pieces he remembers about the Force. Luke's possible amnesia could also explain why he's been in exile for so long. He wouldn't think anyone would be looking for him, and he wouldn't know where to return to. Now, admittedly, that theory is pushing things a bit much. So another way this could go is maybe Luke and Rey in The Last Jedi will stumble upon a new character that we haven't seen yet, some force-sensitive life form similar to Jedediah that doesn't yet realize its full abilities. And maybe that character will be the Last Jedi that the title refers to. And of course, if we're following this Luke Jedediah parallel fully, I could see a version of the story ending with a Jedediah style self-sacrifice to save a younger Jedi in training, and an emotional farewell to someone who is, in this chapter of the story at least, the Last Jedi. Come on, you can't tell me that you never consider the possibility that Luke Skywalker will die in The Last Jedi. He's an old mentor figure, that's what they do. But I get it, it breaks my heart thinking about that too. And again, I think if The Last Jedi comic from the 80s was too spoilery for the movie, there is no way Mark Hamill would have gotten away with tweeting us all to remind us about it. I don't know, maybe The Last Jedi just contains a reference to the obscure character from issue number 49, a nod. And a nod, if you will. But I'm gonna throw it to you guys. Do you think it's possible that Luke has lost his memory? And if you think this tweet from Hamill was bogus, what other EU stories might have inspired what we're gonna see in The Last Jedi? Let me know in the comments below, or tweet me at EAVOS, or follow New Rockstars on Twitter at New Rockstars for updates on our videos. Like and share this video, and subscribe to New Rockstars to follow all of our Star Wars coverage. And you can help us make more theory videos like this by contributing to us on Patreon. Big thanks to all of our current donors, especially Lori Denning. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.